to Fun to Learn. This is Aditya from FunAcademy, and today's topic is matter. So without wasting any further time, let's begin with today's video. So the learning objectives of today's video are matter introduction, components of matter, characteristics of matter, what does kinetic theory tell us, and the main postulates of kinetic theory with the three states of matter. So let's start. So the basic question, the name of the chapter is matter. So what exactly matter is? Matter is anything that has mass, can occupy space and can be perceived by our senses. For example, some books, a plastic bag, clothes and a hammer. So all these items have mass, they can occupy space and are perceived by our senses and therefore are matter. Some people during ancient times came up with various theories of matter. Ancient philosophers had different beliefs about the nature of matter. Maharishi Kannada, an Indian philosopher, was perhaps the first to suggest that matter is made up of very tiny particles called anu, which is a molecule, which is formed of further smaller particles called parmanu, which is an atom. Parmanu was named as atom by a Greek thinker called Democritus. Later on, John Dalton also suggested that all kinds of matter are made up of extremely small particles called atoms. An atom is the smallest particle of matter that exhibits all the properties of that matter. They usually do not have independent existence, therefore they combine with others to form small particles called molecules. Molecules have independent existence. So the components of matter. According to Indian philosophers such as Maharishi Kannada, they believe that all kind of matter is made up of 5 elements: sky, air, fire, water and earth. While Greek philosophers such as Democritus thought that matter is made up of fire, water, air and earth. So the characteristics of matter. Particles are very small. They have interparticle space. They are in constant random motion. Particles of matter attract each other. Kinetic theory of matter. The theory stating that any substance, whether solid, liquid or gas, is made up of tiny particles called atoms, molecules or ions which are in constant motion is called kinetic theory of matter. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to heat, which means kinetic energy increases with heat and vice versa. Main postulates of the kinetic theory. Matter is composed of very small particles called atoms and molecules. The constituent particles are identical in all respects. There are spaces or gaps between the constituent particles called interparticular or intermolecular spaces. Molecules attract each other, which is called the intermolecular force of attraction. Particles of matter are always in a constant state of random motion and possess kinetic energy, which increases with an increase in temperature and vice versa. Based on the kinetic theory, there are 3 main states of matter. We will be learning about the 3 main states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. Particles in solids are tightly packed, usually in a regular pattern. Particles in liquid are close together with no regular pattern. Particles in gases are well separated with no regular pattern. Particles in solid will vibrate but cannot move past each other. Particles in liquid flow and can easily move or slide past one another. Particles in a gas vibrate freely at high speeds. Solids retain their shape. Liquids assume the shape of their containers. Gases also assume the shape of their containers. Solids have the strongest intermolecular force of attraction. Liquids have a strong intermolecular force of attraction, and gas have the weakest intermolecular force of attraction. The intermolecular space of the molecules in solids is very less. In liquids, the intermolecular space is intermediate, and in gases, the intermolecular space is the highest.